Recording in progress. Yay. Okay, so finally, I've managed to gather us all, which is the most hilarious but ridiculous thing that we're meeting on Zoom. Despite the fact we are like the most local to each other, and we still can't find time to get together to have like a chat about Skate Love Barcelona, even though we live like so close and work together some of the time and all the rest of it. And just think it's really funny. Even in all the time we out here, we did not find a spare moment to sit down and have a chat.
Busy time.
To be fair, we out here was crazy. We didn't have time to be talking about Barcelona because we were too busy skating around that rink and then dancing hard in the evening. So we're here now.
Eating. Yeah, we are here now. We are here now. Okay, so I am not going to introduce everyone, so I'm going to, you please introduce yourselves. Point at each other on screen now. Go.
We're all going to be in different
ones. Jen, you're down here.
You're not there for me. Who's going first? Shall I go
Jen,
first?
Jen.
Okay, hi, I'm Jen. I have been skating 4 years now, believe it or not. And I started skating because I saw some skateboarders who were quite a bit older than me. They had grey hair and beards, and they were hill bombing on their skateboards down the hill in my local park. And they looked like they were having a whale of a time. And I just thought, when was the last time I had that much joy and had that much fun? And I was thinking, roller skating when I was like 8. So I just bought some more skates and had a go. And I stalked Roller Girl Gang online for a while before I got the courage to go to a lesson, a dance class. And then since then, I haven't really looked back. It's just been a bit of an obsession, which I suspect most people who are watching this blog can identify with.
Thank you, Jen.
Who are you going to throw it to, Jen?
Oh, I'll throw it to you then, Ronke, because the green box is around you.
Okay, I'll go next. So, hi everyone, I'm Ronke. Similarly to Jen, I have been skating for about 4.5 years. I have always wanted to learn how to roller skate. But to be honest, in my 20s, I didn't necessarily have the confidence to. None of my friends wanted to roller skate and learn how to roller skate, and I didn't have the confidence to do it myself. So I kind of put that on hold. And then when I moved up to Leeds, came across the Roller Girl Gang. They were doing a taster, kind of a session on, you know, adults learning how to roller skate. And yeah, that was about 4.5 years ago, and I have not looked back. So yeah, absolutely love it. As Jen mentioned, brings me a lot of joy. Also have it as a bit of a de-stress. You know, we all lead very busy lives, and this is like roller skating for me is my time to just get in my zone and have a great time, either being by myself in my headphones or, you know, with the rest of the skate crew. It's just a time to kind of de-stress. So that is why I roller skate. And over to Karen.
Hey. Well, hi, I'm Karen. I'm actually can't remember how long I've been skating, but I think it is about maybe 4 or 5 years. And that's when I first bought some roller skates. And the reason I first started skating is because I got to age 29-ish. I'm 33 now. And I kind of thought I haven't got any hobbies as an adult. So I thought I'm going to do something about that. Change kind of my outlook, and I think I must have seen an advert for want to try roller skating, and I was like, yes, I will do that. And it was the Roller Girl Gang website, so I kind of went along to a sports hall in Leeds. It was a tiny kind of centre, put on some skates, and I've just been hooked ever since, and doing lessons, how to skate, how to kind of do dance, roller dance, and it's kind of just spiraled from there into traveling a lot to skate, and made some great friends and a lot of great memories, and I just love roller skating. It's been a great hobby to have gained.
Yay. And like all started skating as adults, which I think is really an important thing for the folks who come to our classes. But I love that you kind of really pushed your passion, and you've always kind of strived to do the best with what you know and what you're able to do. But I love that there's a balance. But I love that your kind of journey's developed on, and you've just wanted to keep going and learning, and now you're supporting other people in the role of as a skate coach. And that's such a beautiful full circle kind of moment, and you're like passing that knowledge and that passion and joy on to other people. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's
Yay
so
for
rewarding
you.
doing that whole thing. It's lovely. It's the best thing, doing beginners class and seeing people put on skates and think they can't do it, and then they leave with this massive smile on their face and be like, yes, I'm going again. It's very rewarding.
It's such a proud teacher moment, isn't it? You're like,
it's like joy of other people, kind of like seeing that joy in like the the activities like we found joy from. It's like really nice, really heartwarming.
oh, love a Sunday night. So okay, if we're thinking about Skate Love, which is now a shockingly short time away, I mean, exciting, yes, but shocking because, oh goodness, I've still got so much to do.
I haven't started packing yet.
No. No. I've got my case out.
Yeah, I mean, let's not talk about the case situation. Let's think about skate parties and events instead. So what's your experience of skate parties? And this time we're going to start with Ronke.
Oh, me. Okay. Start with me. So I suppose a little bit of a mixed bag in what I've experienced. I suppose looking locally, so we're based in Leeds, and unfortunately, as of yet, we don't have a skate rink. So I would say that kind of skate parties have often been in like sports halls and those type of venues, although we do have some skate parties at the fantastic Leeds Corn Exchange, which is a beautiful setting. How many people in the Corn Exchange parties, Mel? Remind me.
Sorry, I'm just trying to plug in my laptop.
I've asked you the question at the wrong time.
I was trying to do that unnoticed. Yeah, the Corn Exchange, when it's sold out, we have like 350. Like it's busy, but we also know that not everyone skates at the same time, and there's like just people come for the vibe and the chat as well as to actually skate. So problem with the Corn Exchange is that massive hole in the middle where you can see the lower ground floor. If only that was solid,
then we could dance there, right?
Yeah.
However, the building is grade 2 listed. They're not about to put a floor there anytime soon. So I'll go back to you, Ronke. Do you have anything else to add?
So I mentioned the Corn Exchange. So I suppose they're more skate parties than I suppose kind of day events, I suppose, that I have more experience with. And we as kind of, a group and friends, we've traveled, to different skate venues across, in the UK. So recently we went to Birmingham to check out their kind of skate space. We've been to Wigan, been to Derby, to kind of experience that kind of skate party, that skate area. So we are definitely prone to traveling to get to a location and experience that kind of skate night, I suppose. I've been to Skate Love once, so this will be my second time. So this will be Skate Love is my biggest skate event that I've been to. And yeah, that's kind of my experience, really.
Thank you. Who are you passing it to?
Oh, I will pass it over to Karen.
Great. Thank you. Yeah, very similar to Ronke. My experience of skate party in the UK is, I think when someone says skate party, because there are a lack of rinks in the UK, kind of designated full-time rinks, it's skate party throws up the image for a lot of the places in the UK, kind of like sports hall, disco lights, someone playing like their house mix like on a CD speaker. So yeah, it's my experience is kind of like a lot of traveling, various sports halls, and yeah, been lucky to travel around the UK. Like Ronke said, there's some great rinks I've been to in Wigan, in Derby. I've been to the NC, the Roll on London. So the Roll on London event the NC do. That was my first time going this year. So I guess that was like my first time experiencing kind of I'm going to say like bigger like events. And that was kind of completely different to anything else I'd seen in the UK. So that was really cool. And I've been to Barcelona Skate Love 3 times. This is my 3rd time this year. So I guess my experience is kind of seeing it on an international level within Europe, and then kind of how it's done in London, and it's all very different. I think that's the biggest thing I've taken away. It's there's no kind of uniform. This is how it runs. It's everyone's doing their own thing, and they're all kind of got their unique personalities and things going on. And I think that's what makes it so interesting. And even within the same events, it's different year on year. So it's just always such an interesting place to go to any event for skating.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, sorry. Over to you, Jen.
So I suppose when I first started skating, I was desperate to go and see what everywhere else had. So I went to a lot of I say local rinks, I'm talking at least half an hour driving, because like the others have said, the UK doesn't really have dedicated rinks. I mean, there are some dedicated rinks, but you have to travel for them, and they don't often have adult sessions. So you might be skating with a lot of children or inliners. People tend to go at speed round and round, and they don't tend to dance so much. So but I kind of don't care being in the middle on my own, having a bit of a groove. I went to Roll on London this year, and that was amazing, just seeing everybody skating and dancing and just having the atmosphere. But I suppose the most of my skating is for roller girl gang. So we do a lot of marshalling of things like student events and picking people up off the floor and telling them to behave on skates. Yeah, but I think my favorite is for our Friday night social, because it's like our event. So every Friday we can just put on our own tunes and have our own bit of a party, and we can set the rules and tell people to dance and tell people to slow down or turn around. So that's fun too. But yeah, that's my experience.
Oh, thank you, everybody. Sensing some control with Jen.
Just a smidge. But you know, that's what happens when you put me in charge of risk. I start worrying about everybody.
I don't know why you're so worried about the microphone then. Just crack on, it's fine. You over there, you need to slow down, stop weaving, scaring all those people in the corner. It's all good, it's all good. I think people who come to our space are actually really respectful of what we're trying to create, and really supportive of that. And I think I've only encountered a couple of people in the whole time we've been working on this particular format, like this side of the pandemic, and they just don't come back. So, you know, that's fine. They kind of work out, is this space for me or not? And if they feel welcome, then we usually see them again, but it's pretty rare, I think. that people don't come back, which is testament to how amazing all our skate marshal team is, really.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Well, I'm going to jump in here actually, because I feel quite privileged to have traveled quite a lot to roller skate. And I've been to America and I've been to a few rinks, but I've never been to a skate party. And I've seen them advertised and then not been there at the right weekend. The only massive event I've been to is RollerCon, which is a roller derby specific event, and it is huge on a scale I cannot even comprehend. It's like mind-blowing how massive it is and how it works. Like, I can't even begin to think about the organization that like underpins all of that. They must plan it for a full year in advance. Just can't even. But then this year I also went to France to the festival that Flâneurs did, Flâneurs who make slades, called Rendezvous à Paris, and it was like a collaboration with Wheels and Feet, who are their kind of dance partners, and they meet weekly anyway. They meet on a Sunday, but they created it felt really fresh and like quite vibrant, the space that they created. They had some great DJs. They picked some really beautiful spaces, like architecturally beautiful, but then also like practical, so airy spaces. And then it was great to see dancers in the middle on wheels and feet. So that was quite a fresh thing, because I think here our experience of, if we're dancing in a club and people try to get in on feet, they're not necessarily wanting to come and dance. They're kind of sloshing a drink around, and we're like, no, you can't spill that all over the floor. So they're kind of like, hey, I'm just gonna come and like be a pain basically and get in the way. So it was like, it's almost like an education that they need that, but maybe we just need to attract a different kind of people into that. So, but the Wheels and Feet sessions were just really cool, and it gave permission to skaters, or less confident skaters maybe, or just people who wanted to try something different, to take their skates off for a bit and give their feet a break, because it's like intense being on skates for such a long time. So actually it's fine just to dance, and it was just really nice feeling. So next question. I swore that we were going to keep this short, because I'm just may not type this up. We will see. What are we doing? Try not to answer my own question at Skate Love Barcelona this year, and we'll start with Karen.
We are doing roller dance for the person who has never really roller danced before, which I think most people will be in a position, maybe going to the festival, especially because I know, from just speaking from my experience, when I went to Skate Love before, there's all these amazing skaters doing like all these little moves in groups and kind of like little riffs and jams. And as a new skater, if you've not seen that in your community or in your group, or anywhere that you've skated before, you kind of, it's really infectious, like you want to join in, but it's like, how do you join in a little bit like that, or how do you get into that kind of groove? So that's what we're teaching, or a bit to how to get into that groove and just feel a little bit less self-conscious, just how to get your groove on a little bit so that you can freely kind of get into the groove of the festival.
Like, we just still need to
wave our arms about a bit.
Yeah.
You Thanks, Karen. Does anyone else have anything to add? Do you feel she summed that up extremely well?
You did very well, Karen.
Perfectly, Karen.
The words right out of our mouths, Karen. I feel like, yeah. Where is our class going to be? Someone, do you know?
Finland.
Have I not told you?
Yeah.
I've never been before. I've never been to Barcelona before, so someone's gonna like to point me in a direction, and I'm just gonna follow.
Thank you.
Well, okay, so our class, there are two types of classes this year with the teachers. There are master classes, which you need to purchase a ticket for, and actually they are now sold out. And when I say you need to purchase a ticket, you purchase an extra ticket. And then there are workshops, which are included in your normal Skate Love ticket price, like the main pass. So if you have a Skate Love pass, you can come to our workshop, because we are actually kicking off the festival at the main Skateland. Our workshop is the very first thing that is going to happen in that space. It's due to start at 12 o'clock, like 12 noon. So hopefully everybody is going to go and get registered early and get their wristband so they can come and just gently lose their inhibitions and groove at our workshop at 12. And we don't have a limit on number, so anybody is welcome just to come along and hang out basically and watch. I would say that is all. The Skateland this year, I think if you've been in previous years, it's still going to be a completely different experience this time around, because certainly last year was very different to the previous edition before the pandemic, but this year again is totally different. For a start, it's in Barcelona, not Badalona, and it's like it's freshly poured concrete is going to be there. Very nice.
Holy Grail. Like, yes.
Yes, exactly. And like everything is going to be within like a purpose created space, which we've never had before. So I think that's really a very amazing thing. And big up Michelle for doing a heck of a lot of work behind the scenes. Okay, so I have one more question, which is one tip for anybody who is going to Skate Love for the first time, or in Jen's case, if it's like your first big skate event, like because you went to Roll on London and that is a big skate event. It's like across multiple venues and multiple nights, so it is a big, and there's a lot of people, big event. So if you have a tip for people who have maybe not been to a big skate event before and this is their first one, what would your tip be? And like whoever has a tip first, just you go.
I have one.
Okay, it's Ronke.
Okay. Join in. If you see a group or someone, you know, maybe doing some dancing, and you're thinking, oh, I really want to get involved, just get involved. Last year, it was my first experience at Skate Love, and I remember when I first got to the venue on the seafront, honestly, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I mean, there were so many different groups of people just dancing, having a good time. And at first, I think I was a little bit nervous to join in because, you know, there was all these amazing skaters doing their thing, but everyone is so welcoming. Everyone wants you to join in and have a good time. And once I kind of got over that and realized, actually, you know, it is about Skate Love. Skate Love is about just getting stuck in, joining in. I had like the best time. So that's my top tip. Just join in and have a great time.
Nice tip.
That's an amazing tip.
Yes.
I've got a tip. I think it's already been covered in some of your other blogs, particularly by Mo Quadzilla, and it is, I would just say, pace yourself, and it's okay to take your skates off and get some foods. obviously it's about eating, right? That's my tip. Don't forget to eat. And it sounds silly, and it's, you know, you're like, yeah, I'll eat, but you might not. And I would say, like, my biggest tip is, like, at certain points, take your skates off, get some food, and then if you're worried that you're still missing out on the action, just bring your food and sit on the edges, and you can still watch and enjoy the skating, and take it in that way. Like, there is something going on all the time. Like, you won't miss, like, anything. Like, there'll be something going on in, like all the time. So yeah, that is my tip, is don't forget to eat, don't forget to drink water, and just sit and take it in with some nice food, some great Spanish food.
Yeah. Good tip.
Spanish food. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Jen.
I don't know if I have a tip really, because I suppose it's my first year at Barcelona, so I'm very much looking forward to it. But I suppose after my experience in London, I think it's not really a tip. I'm going to say, like, be inspired, but not in a way that you're looking at somebody who are these amazing skaters and thinking, I'm never going to get there, or wow, they're amazing, and how do I get there? Because they've probably been doing it for ages and ages, and or they have a different life and a different set of circumstances to you. So be inspired, but be, I don't want to say realistic, but just be happy with feeling the joy of everybody dancing, and feel inspired to maybe do and learn one new thing. Don't, like, put extra pressure on yourself to become this amazing skater or the best skater in the world. Enjoy just the feel of it. Just, even if you're just doing the old 80s step touching, as long as you're not standing still and you've got a smile on your face, I just think have a great time.
Yes. What a great tip though, and that is kind of dependent on your personal outlook and probably your values as well, right, to a certain extent.
Yeah, I suppose that tip comes from a personal place, because I feel like it's very easy to watch everybody and think, oh my goodness, I'm never going to get there. But I suppose it's about what is important to you, and what you want to get out of skating. I mean, if you want to be the best skater in the world, then you're going to have to put your skates on a lot and really work hard, and perhaps it's achievable for you. But actually, I think certainly in our classes, the majority of us just want to feel the groove and have a great time. And if you're not enjoying yourself, then what's the point? So
yeah, we do. Amen to that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, what is the point? And I feel like I've definitely been through like a personal journey, on the emotional journey, which we kind of talk about a lot in our classes, because I've been certainly, like, looking at other people, especially on social media, maybe less so in real life, and kind of gone, oh, I'm working on that right now, and like, that person's only been doing that for a month and they've already seemed to have nailed it. But actually, you don't really know what that person's done in that time. And maybe, as you say, like, they're able to skate 3 hours a day and really work on that skill and put that time in, whereas my life maybe only allowed for me to skate once a week. So it's not going to be the same, and my journey is going to be much slower. I have finally made my peace with that, and it's fine. And it does take a long time, but I had to really look inwards to work on that myself, and just go, yeah, do you know, this is definitely my problem, it's not someone else's problem. So I think having that inner peace now, and just going, like, I'm just going to wave my arms around and have a great time, why not? Actually, let's share that with loads of other people as well, because everyone can do this, right? And it's a good time all the time. You're welcome. So I think the only other thing I think I wanted to say was, thank you all so much for coming and joining me here. But also, I am so excited to have you all like teaching a workshop together, and that I just like I couldn't imagine doing it on my own. It's not, we're not a gang of one, so it's brilliant that we're doing this together. And yeah, I hope that I hope that we can share this love with a lot more people, and that they're like, oh, actually I can see myself in what they're doing, I can see myself in that journey as well, and maybe I can try, because it's not about being the best, it's just about having a nice time.
Yeah.
And then Ronke came into the shop yesterday, and we had a little chat about maybe having a space at the festival for people, especially if it is their first time, and because we know it's a busier festival, like just in terms of numbers from previously. So there may be times when people are feeling overwhelmed and just like, oh, I've just seen everyone that I follow on Instagram here, and I'm like, my head's kind of going to explode now, or I've just done a class with so and so, or I actually just need to sit down and drink some water because it's been 4 hours since I've done that, or whatever. So we have a little marketplace stall, and I'm not entirely sure where it's going to be yet, but once I know, I will like share the location of it within like the Skateland space. But I have this little bag of embroidery thread, so we're just going to kind of sit there. Like, there are going to be things for sale, but we want to have people see it as like a bit of a breakout zone. So if they just need to come and relax and feel that like, oh, I just need to talk to somebody, then just come to our space, just come and sit, have a chat. We're going to make a friendship bracelet and just kind of sit down for a little while. You're still soaking up all those vibes, you're still there, you might still have your skates on, and that's fine, but then you can go away with a little friendship bracelet that either you make, or you might make it for somebody else, we don't know. So that is all, and I'm going to thank you in advance for looking after me and bringing me food and beverages, because I know that like Roll on London would have been a very different experience without you doing those things, as I would have just dehydrated.
It's in our best interest to keep you alive, Mel.
Thanks. Thank you so much.
Feeling the love. Are you feeling the love there? It's in our best interest to keep you alive.
I can't say fairer than that, really. This is what we're all about. Say it as it is.
That's it.
Yeah, that's staying in, Gems. No editing. All right. So I think the next time I'm actually going to see you, Ronke, I'm thinking Jen tomorrow because I have to go pick up a bag. But I think Ronke, the next time I'm going to see you is actually going to be in Spain, right?
It is. It is. I'll be dragging along Jen with me.
Right.
I'll be crying from the plane ride. That's what will be happening.
And Karen and I are going out on Tuesday, so we'll be sure to scope out all the great food spots.
Of course.
Yay!
Very much.
Priorities.
Yeah, I mean, I've got snacks already for the car to the airport, so brilliant.
Honestly, Karen
we never
always
doubted
has
you, Karen.
snacks.
Never
Why not?
doubted you.
Karen always has snacks.
Yeah, it'll always be like a clock, right? I mean, it'll be out at lunchtime, so you've got to look after yourself.
It's true.
I appreciate that. Okay, so on that note, I'm not looking forward to typing this up, but thank you all so much. I appreciate it all. And I'm going to say bye-bye.
Thanks, Mel.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh. Oh, do you know what?